Welcome to War Thunder. What's up, dude? How y'all doing today? Well, a couple of days ago, I made a video where I was really crabbing about, I believe it was Operation Vietnam. Well, that wasn't the only problem that has occurred with the latest patch that came down. And I don't mean the micro patch, I mean the last big update. And that was 3 different maps. Operation Vietnam, to be assured, Sinai, and Pyrenees. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Sinai would be a great map if they would do the right thing, which is turn it into an enduring confrontation map. They won't do that yet. I don't know why, but Gaijin has a strong tendency to dig in their heels and say, ain't gonna do it, can't make me, not gonna. I've seen 5-year-olds that are more pliable than Gaijin. Pyrenees is the same way. Again, this is a map that is beautiful, but because of the layout of the map with targets, it's absolutely stupid. Again, this is a situation where whoever was designing the maps took one template and slapped it into 3 maps. Basically, you have the same setup 3 times. And somebody's going to go, oh, yeah, they're in different places, and they're in the same locations. Everything is centrally located. Nothing works. Especially if you're flying a ground attack or strike aircraft. Especially since Gaijin has literally screwed them over royally based upon the Russian model. Now you might be going, what do you mean by the Russian model? Oh, let me see. Su-17, Su-22, MiG-27, Su-7s, the Q-5s, and the A-5. That pretty much covers it. Oh, I forgot. The German MiG-23BN. And the reason those are the problem, the Russian model, is because they're all supersonic. They can take off from the airfield and possibly get to their bombing targets in time. Whereas stuff like the Americans and the British are stuck with a much slower model. Great Britain, Buccaneer, 9.3. Having to take off with a Buccaneer and a full load of bombs, it's just, why am I wasting my time? Now the Tornado GR1 is a little bit better, but again, it still runs into the same problem of arriving at the targets about the same time the fighters do. The Americans, on the other hand, the A7E, the A7D, the A7K, the A4E, the A6E, all are late to the party. they all end up getting there after enemy fighters are already in the area. And God help you if you're relying on your team to do their job as fighter pilots, because most of the time they don't. They don't try to tie up the fighters. They don't try to keep them away from you. They just playing, because reasons. You combine that with the fact that Gaijin has again stuck their thumb in your eye over having planes with very advanced heat-seeking missiles, aka R-60Ms, R-60MKs, AIM-9Ls, and I believe the French Magics. I think the Magic 2s are all aspect. I don't remember. I don't really care. Jaguar E, doesn't matter. The thing is, they've got low battle ratings, and that's, they're so much slower, other than the A7K, which is hiked up to an 11.0, and it's even slower than the A7D because it's got more weight. But it's got the AIM-9L. Your point. It's not a fighter. It's a strike aircraft. And it only carries 2. Unlike the A6E, which carries 4 if you want to. I mean, honestly, the only plane that's actually semi-situated properly is the A4E. And it actually should be a little bit lower. But they've given us 3 maps that on their face would be okay if they were set up as enduring confrontation maps, which they're not. They give us strike aircraft that have to take off from the airfield, are subsonic to begin with, and there's no justification to actually take them out, especially at the battle rating of some of them. And then there's some of them that at their battle rating, they can take on planes that are woefully unequipped to deal with them. A6E Tram with 4 air-to-air missiles, or the A10A late with 4 air-to-air missiles, is absolutely devastating to rank 9.0 and up to 10.0. There are very few planes that have the appropriate countermeasures. But Gaijin doesn't fix things. They just create more problems. Now, I'm saying this as a player who loves to play these planes. I do love to fly the A10. I do love to fly the A6. I do love to fly the A7. I do love to fly the A4. And the Buccaneer and the Su-25 and all strike aircraft. Why? Because they have a specific job. They're not fighters, they're attack aircraft. but Gaijin has stuck their thumb into our eye over and over and over. Why they do that, I don't know. I just feel that they don't care about what's going on in their game. And I know, I've heard my statistics. Well, my statistics are garbage. Pure, unadulterated junk. It's junk science, and I don't care what the European Canadian says or any other player who has a YouTube channel. It's junk science because it's not taking into account all the players. It's taking into account a few top-tier players who are exceedingly good at what they do. When the rest of us, and I include myself in that, end up getting pawned all the time. Because there are a lot of exceptional fighter pilots playing the game too. And when you're dealing with a plane that isn't designed to dogfight, it really does get stupid when you have to go and try and do air combat maneuvering against, a MiG-29 when you're flying an A-7K? That's like getting a hot poker shoved up your butt. It don't feel good. So, Gaijin, fix your crap. It really is annoying that you do not give enough care to your game and your players, that you don't fix things. You leave them to rot on the vine. That's about all I've got. This Subdude signing out. Y'all have a pleasant today, a better tomorrow. We'll catch you in the sky in Air Realistic on the good maps, of which Gaijin still needs to create more of. This Subdude, out!